Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Beauty and the Bypass. So, sorry if I'm talking kind of quiet today. It actually takes a lot of effort to talk right now just because when I inhale, it kind of hurts. Same thing with exhaling, not gonna lie, sitting here kind of hurts too. This is my first video after getting my surgery, so I just wanted to tell you guys how that went. I'm sorry if I just pause out of nowhere. I feel kind of really tired still. It's just kind of painful. So, okay. So, on Wednesday, I had to arrive at the hospital at 5:30 in the morning. My mom and my little sister took me to Kaiser. I wasn't allowed to have any visitors, so they pretty much just got out of the car, helped me get my stuff out, gave me a hug. Not gonna lie, I cried a little bit. So did my mom, because I didn't want to have to do this alone. I mean, I knew I'd be able to handle it, but preferably, considering it's my first surgery, everything, I didn't want to do it by myself. But you know, you do what you gotta do. I was not about to reschedule the surgery or anything, especially with COVID going on. I feel super blessed to be able to still have my surgery and that it wasn't canceled or anything. Kiki, can you please stop? And so on Wednesday, after they dropped me off, the security guy told me to go to admissions. So I waited over there, but I didn't really have to go to admissions because I had already checked in on, I think it was Friday. After she told me I could just go upstairs, I went up to the 4th floor to sign into general surgery, and there was a nurse guy in there, receptionist, I don't know what he was, but he was really sweet. I had to do a pregnancy test. I talked to the guy for a little bit while I was waiting for somebody to call me back. It was pretty cool because he was super excited for me because he, I guess, had gastric bypass 9 years ago. I had to wait in that waiting area for about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes or so. And then a nurse came back to get me. We walked into the pre-op area or surgery prep area. So I had all my stuff over there, and then she asked me a bunch of questions, and then I had to use these wipes to wipe down my whole body to kind of sterilize everything. And I also had to put this little stick thing that smelled like orange in my nose to sanitize that really good. So I had to do that I think she said 12 times in each nostril or something. And then I had to do that 2 more times or 3 more times to just make sure that it's super clean in there. And then I had my gown on. I pretty much just waited. Quite a few people had come in at that time. I had that nurse. I had the anesthesiologist, some assistants, I guess. My surgeon came in to talk to me. I remember one of the guys, he was kind of a new guy. He was really nice, but he had been he had a shot or something that he put in my IV, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a cocktail. And I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't feel anything, but apparently I was feeling something because I think I was maybe getting a little more drowsy. But as I was being wheeled to the operating room, I just remember all these nurses and doctors just standing on the sides. It was super weird, and them just driving me through the hallway. And then I remember getting into the operating room, seeing these huge lights, even though they were off at the time. There was the huge lights. I didn't even get to look around that much. I must have really been starting to get out of it. But yeah, so there was the big lights. I remember there was somebody on my left doing something, somebody on my right doing something. I think the person on my right was the one that had the mask on my face. So he was holding up the mask and just kept telling me to inhale and keep breathing and stuff. And honest to God, that's the last thing I remember was him just telling me to breathe, and I guess I was gone. So my surgery I think was at about 7:30. But I know when I woke up, I feel like the room was really dark, but that could have just been me. I don't fucking know. Like, I could not keep my eyes open for my life. I just remember waking up and my back hurting, my stomach hurting, and I kept feeling like I had to pee really bad. And I could kind of feel between my legs that there was like a tube going down between my legs, and I was like, the fuck? And I was like telling them, like, did you guys take the catheter out? And they're like, no, we didn't take it out. And I'm like, but he said that you guys were going to put it in during surgery and then you take it out before I was done with surgery. Like, I don't want this thing in there. Like, it hurts. It's really uncomfortable. I can't sleep. And they were like, I know, but you know, we can only take it out tomorrow. And I'm like, but that's, he said that you can take it out. So I just remember like constantly complaining about that because it was so uncomfortable. And I guess she just wanted to make sure that, you know, I think it was more so because I was under anesthesia. The bathroom was literally like 3 feet away. It wasn't even far, but I think they were just afraid that I would like fall over and I wouldn't be able to take myself to the bathroom and stuff like that, even though a nurse was going to be there. But I was like, no, I'll be fine. Like, I'll do it. It's fine. And so, I don't know, they had to wait. My surgeon came in to tell me that the surgery went really well. Honestly, I don't even remember what he told me. Like, I barely remember anything. I think I just remember him saying, we called your mom to tell her that the surgery went good. And I think he kept talking. I was literally not there, so I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And then I asked him, I was like, can we please take the catheter out? He's like, yeah, I mean, we can take it out if you think you're going to be okay going to the bathroom. I was like, I don't care. Like, I need this thing out. I can't sleep. It hurts. And so he told me it was okay to take it out, and which felt so much better. So then it was only like my back pain and my stomach pain. And then I just remember them giving me like pain medicine. They kept asking to rate my pain. They always had Tylenol, which the Tylenol was not doing anything for me. At least it didn't feel like it was. And so they had 2 other like pain medicines that they were giving me, which that actually helped a lot, because every time they gave me that shit, I was like knocked out and I could finally sleep. So I was thankful for that. And the nurses were like super helpful. There was like a lot of different nurses that helped me that day, and it kind of sucked too because I wasn't able to drink anything. So like I could not drink anything, like no water at all, and my throat was so dry. And so they had a little cup of water, ice water, and then like a little like stick that had like a small sponge on the end, so I could like swab inside my mouth to just get it wet and stuff. So they did that, and that helped a little bit, but I was still like super thirsty. The first day was definitely the hardest, like way the hardest. So I just remember them telling me the night before that, okay, when Thursday comes, I'll be able to do the clear liquid diet, but I have to do an x-ray test first to make sure that when I swallow that nothing like leaks out of the sutures and whatnot in my stomach. So I remember super nice guy came in the morning to wheel me to that area where I had to do that test, and I had to stand in front of this like giant metal machine on this like little ledge. And I just remember like joking the whole time. I was like, bro, this ledge is like super shaky, like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna break this. And the girls were like, no, you're not, it's fine. I was like, no, for real, I feel like I'm gonna break it. I'm just letting you know. But because it was a really small ledge, I could like barely keep myself on there because my ass is like pushing against the wall and I'm like about to fall over. But yeah, it was super funny. The girls were super nice. They took a picture of me on the machine, which was cool, because I wanted to like get as much stuff as I could, you know, for my YouTube and whatnot. So I pretty much had to stand in front of that wall, and he told me obviously like to look straight or stand straight, take a small sip, as he watched the stuff go down, and then I'd take another sip, like a larger sip, and watch that go all the way down. Then I had to turn like each way, like 45-degree angle to my left, 45-degree angle to my right, take another good sized sip, and then I guess he just watched it to make sure that nothing was leaking. So I guess that came out fine. So I ended up, that shit tasted really bad. Like I was not having it. It was like really disgusting. I still wasn't able to drink until after they got the results for that test. So when I got back to my room, super nice nurse came in. She was the one that was helping me with all the liquid diet and stuff like that. She came in and told me that the test went well, so I was able to move forward with the liquid diet. So then she gave me a menu of things that I could order, and I had to call room service people. And I think that first, I guess, breakfast, lunch, I had ordered like chicken broth, strawberry sugar-free jello. Everything had to be sugar-free. They had like a passion fruit guava popsicle cup, I don't know, so I had one of those. Actually, I didn't even finish any of that. And then I also got black tea. I could not drink that much anyway. I was just afraid I don't want to throw up, so I was just like sipping it, and I tried to kind of sleep a bit throughout the day, and made some phone calls to like my mom, my family in Oregon, my friend in Arizona, another friend in North Carolina, and another one in Washington, because I know they were all like super concerned. So I tried to call them, talk for a little bit. And then I had to already start getting up to a walk in the hospital. So I did maybe, I think, 2 or 3 laps back and forth from one end of the hallway to the other end. That went fine. And oh my God, every time I got off of that bed, like the machine or the bed would just start beeping like so loud. And I'm like, damn, this fucking bed's like a tattletale. All I want to do is go to the bathroom. So I would sometimes try and call for a nurse, but sometimes they took too long because I know there's a lot of people that they had to help. So I was like, nah, she got to go. So I'm already like getting up, starting to wheel my IV over to the bathroom. And somebody would end up running in because the bed kept beeping. And they're like, oh, no, you just wait. I was like, I cannot. I got to pee. Like, I got to go. And so, yeah, that was fun times. They were super cute. Also, that first day, full day after surgery, I really wanted to take a bath because I hadn't taken a bath since like Tuesday night, and this was already Thursday. And so I was like, can I take a bath yet? And they told me no, cannot, not until after, just because I gotta keep an eye on my sutures and stuff like that. And so I guess they have this like pretty cool like packet thing that has like maybe 8 sponges in it. It's like a cloth sponge kind of thing, and you put warm water in it, kind of massage it around, and there's soap in it. So a lady, one of the nurses, actually helped me wipe down my whole body and everything, and then dried me off with a towel. I got a new gown on and whatnot. One of the girls that I follow that got gastric bypass, I remember her just saying like gas was like the worst thing, like, and literally the first 2 days after surgery I didn't have any issue with gas. Like, I wouldn't burp, I wouldn't fart, nothing. Like, so I was like, oh, I guess I must be okay. But I know that the doctors did say that probably a lot of the pain that I was having, especially like my back and stuff, was probably because of gas. Because I think they have to like pump your abdomen full of gas so that they can move the liver around and then access your stomach. So all of that has to come out. So I think I only started burping maybe like Friday, and then now when I'm at home, like, I'm burping more out the other side more too. But it's just funny because I can't even laugh. Every time I burp, my mom and my sister are like, yay, and I'm like, yeah, I know, right? Literally, I'm like, thank you, Jesus. But the only thing is like when I burp or whatever, or cough, like I have to hold my stomach, like I have to, because it fucking hurts. Like, and it's not because of the gastric bypass, I think it's because of the hernia that I had. So when they went in there to do the surgery, they said I had like a small hole in some of my muscle, and like fat was kind of going through it. So they had to remove the fat from there, and then they had to pull my muscle and sew it back together. So the pain that I'm having in my stomach is more so that, which is kind of funny. It's not funny, it hurts. But other than that, I think that was pretty much it for Thursday. And then Friday, first thing in the morning, she kind of wakes me up at about like 8 o'clock, and she's like, okay, this is like the main nurse that I had. She's like, okay, so you're going to be advancing to the full liquid diet today. So you can order the stuff on the right side of the menu, which I ended up getting like, I can't even yawn without it hurting. So I ended up getting like cream of wheat, and I got milk so that I could water that down. Some chocolate pudding that I was able to water down too. Hot chocolate. I think that's it. I mean, even though I was getting all that stuff, like I barely touched it because I can only drink like, I don't know, I'm gonna say like the white part of this jar is maybe a 1 ounce. So I can only drink that much at a time, like every 15 minutes. So once I'm done with this video, I'm gonna have to go drink some shit because I should be doing that right now. And I need to stay hydrated. I have to have in between like 48 to 64 ounces of fluid a day. Yeah, that's what I had for breakfast. I tried to take as much of that in as I could. But again, I try not to over drink because also when I drink, it kind of hurts. Like I can feel it going down, and then I can also hear like gas like coming up too. So it constantly feels like my stomach's like gargling like really bad. Friday, I was able to take like a for real bath, which was really nice. I was able to put on my regular clothes. The nurse had to go over with me all my belongings, which she thought was like, she was like dying laughing because I had like one of my BTS blankets that I brought to the hospital because it's like super soft, and then I have a Shiba Inu dog stuffed animal pillow that I brought to the hospital as well. That thing's so comfortable, and I know like it was probably really sad, like I'm like sleeping and I'd be like holding the Shiba Inu like to death because I don't know, it was so uncomfortable. But yeah, she was just laughing because she's like, oh my god, your possessions literally say BTS blanket and Shiba Inu doll. And I was like, I mean, those are important things to me. Like, you can take almost everything else in that bag, but I need those. Like, she was cracking up because I guess she loves K-dramas and whatnot. So she was like, that's literally exactly what I would have on my list. And she was just cracking up for a while. She was so adorable. And I don't know what else. I think she had to put in my order for my medications, told me that I can call whoever's going to be picking me up to tell them that I'm pretty much ready to go home. So I called my dad, and he was running errands, so he came to the hospital. He had to wait outside, of course, in the parking area. I had to wait for somebody to transport me in a wheelchair, which I always wanted to be pushed in a wheelchair, so at least something came off my bucket list. But so a guy brought me to the pharmacy. I was able to get my medicine and stuff, and then I had to he had to push me out to the car. He handed all my stuff to my dad, put it in the back seat and whatnot, and then I got in the car, and then it was on my way home after that. And of course my family was like super happy for me to be home. My sister's been like 10 out of 10 nurse, like she's really good, and she keeps like kind of scolding me because she's like, you can only have 1 ounce every 15 minutes, don't touch that, like the cream of wheat. Like I just like, I'm not like starving, but like the way that I eat now is like, even for like pudding or soup or whatever, I literally like dip the spoon in the cup and lift it out and like shake it off so that there's like really little bit on it, and then I'll like put it in my mouth, and like that's it. So that way I'm at least sipping it or having like a little bit at a time. So yesterday after I came home, I had a couple ounces of poi throughout the day, and I had some pudding, cream of wheat. There's a bug that flew past my face like a fucking ninja, bitch. Fuck it up. Sorry. And so, and then water. I think that's the most that I had yesterday. And then today, it's pretty much going to be the same stuff. But yeah, yesterday, I don't think I even slept that much when I came home because I was too busy like talking to my family, trying to get comfortable. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like this morning I took a shower like not too long ago, which is why my hair is like a mess. But so I took a shower, which that felt really good. That was good. And she keeps scolding me because like I'm usually one that's pretty independent, that I can like take care of myself for the most part. So like every time I'm like trying to bend to grab something, she's like, stop, you're not supposed to do that. And then she did just help me to she recorded me doing my Lovenox shot in my stomach. So she's like, oh my god, that's so scary. I was like, I mean, I hate shots, but I gotta do it to prevent blood clots. So you do what you gotta do. Other than that, I have not gone number 2 since Tuesday. But I mean, like, I'm finally able to pass gas that way. That is so TMI. Like, that's fucking disgusting, in my opinion, to be telling you guys that. But, you know, to be truthfully honest, that's what's going on. as far as going number 2, I think I'm not really eating anything, so of course it's gonna be probably more liquidy than anything whenever that time comes. I think my bitch ass needs to take a nap because I feel really, really tired now. I'm literally wearing a Stitch onesie right now because it's like super loose. I got it from Torrid, but it's like super loose, so like it's not really touching my sutures or anything, so I figured that would be good. And I was kind of cold, so I literally got this around Halloween, but it's so cute, right? So yeah, I feel like a child, which is fine because it's like really cute. I love it. I did want to say thank you to all of you that, you know, texted me, called, messaged on Messenger, Instagram. There's a lot of people actually that were wishing me good luck and sending prayers, and I appreciated that more than anything because I was super terrified, and to feel that kind of support meant so much to me. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you so much for those of you who even called afterwards, checked in on me afterwards. It really means a lot, and I'm just super grateful. And I'm super grateful for the nurses and my surgeon, because my surgeon is like 10 out of 10. He's like super nice guy, so chill. He ended up letting me, okay, so I asked if I could take pictures, or if they could at least take one picture of them operating on me, which he said no because of like HIPAA laws or whatever. So he said that he could try and take pictures through the endoscope of like my inside. So I do have that, so you guys can see that. It's kind of gross. It pretty much shows like a really red part, which is my liver. So my liver actually was looking good. Then you can see all this like yellow stuff, which is obviously the fat, and then ow. And then also I think there was a part that was my stomach. I will say that too, like the first couple days I had like really bad mucus coming out. They told me my throat would be really sore because of the being intubated, but my throat didn't hurt. It was just that I had a lot of fucking mucus that I had to cough up, which was super irritating because like every time I'd have to try and hack that up, like my stomach would hurt really bad. So yeah, but anyways, this position is really uncomfortable to sit in, so I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys telling you how everything went. I'm trying to figure out how to do some more videos right now. It was funny because I went on the scale yesterday, so you guys know like the day before surgery was my last weigh-in that I did, and that was 375. Yesterday when I came home from the hospital, I went on the scale for a minute. I was 377. I was like, the fuck, this is having like the completely wrong effect. You even took a little bit of fat out of my stomach and I'm still heavier. But nah, so then I think that was a lot of the gas too. But I went on the scale today and I was like 373. So I mean, at least I lost a couple pounds since the surgery. But I mean, part of me just doesn't really care about that right now. Main thing is that I recover well, do what I gotta do to avoid blood clots. I have a breathing tool thing that has like a little a tube, I don't know, and then it's kind of like tall like that. I posted it on my Instagram, but I have to like inhale through it and watch the thing go up and kind of like keep it there and then bring it back down. So it practices my breathing, but it's also more so to help prevent pneumonia and also to help get the excess CO2 out of my body. So I'm supposed to do that like 10 times every hour, so I have to go do that too. And then I'm hungry, so I think I need to have my mom make some cream of wheat because she needs some food. Other than that, just wanted to let you guys know how things are going. Appreciate the love and prayers and everything. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you want updates on how things are going. And yeah, thank you so much. You guys have a good day, good night, whatever. Take care and stay safe, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.